Hey everyone, welcome to Upgrow. In this video, we are going to start with the first application. I hope you guys have watched the previous videos to get the basic idea of Flutter along with its installation. If not, then please go to Flutter tutorial playlist. This is the playlist. I'll show you the playlist. Yeah. So we have multiple playlists like Flutter resources, short examples and Flutter tutorials. This is the tutorials. So you can go and watch the videos from here. Okay, so let's start the video. Okay, I'll be explaining you how to create the application and to running it. So just open your Android Studio. I hope you guys have already installed your Flutter and Dart plugin from this configure preference. Sorry, plugins. Yeah, this is plugins. So you'll just go install these two plugins, that is Dart and Flutter, and then you will be able to get this option like create new Flutter project. Just click on it, open this Flutter application. You don't have to go to all these things, just click on this Flutter application, click next, give the project name and your SDK path. Suppose mine is Flutter app and I'll give the SDK path. The SDK path is that we have set up in the installation, which is your this developer folder and your then Flutter. So just give this path. Yeah, this is your project location. Mine will be the desktop, and this is the description. And okay, this already exists in your this directory. So I'll just create a different name and just this package name. And this in platform channel languages, basically Android, for Android you use Kotlin, and for iOS we use Swift. So you just tick these things and just click on finish. I have already created one project, so this is the demo project. So yeah, when you'll click on finish, you'll get this kind of project in your IDE. So this is the project. Don't worry about this code. This is very simple. I'll explain you in next videos. This is very easy code. It's not doing so much things as of now. It's a very basic code. You will be giving the title, your app bar, body, child, column, text, and a floating action button which will do something on the click of that floating action button. So it's very basic. And okay, so apart from this, we have certain files over here. So this Android is basically for your Android code. Then we have this iOS, which is again for your iOS code, and the iOS or Android developers would know what is this all about. Then we have this lib folder, which is very important. We have all the files over here. This is the main dot file. This is the main file that we should have. So basically what happens is whenever you write a C code also, we have a main method from which we can run the code. So basically this is your main method or main file from which we can run our Flutter code, Flutter application. And then this test folder we have. So this is for testing purpose. Apart from this, what is useful is this pubspec.yml. So this is your basic configuration file. You can give all the dependencies and this is Cupertino icons. This is basically for designing your iOS style icons, and obviously for Android we use Material. Okay, then we have certain things to add like assets we have. So we'll be adding images over here. I'll explain you how to add images also. And then we have this font. So we can add different fonts from different websites. We just download those fonts and just drag and drop over here, and then just give the path. So this font is basically you will be creating a different directory of your fonts, and for images also we will be creating a different directory. I'll explain you in next videos. So after adding any code to pubspec.yml, you have to just get those dependencies so that you can work on those things you have added in this configuration file. So okay, now to run our code, what we have to do is we have to select the emulator or the simulator. So I have already this Android emulator. So I'll just open this Android emulator, and okay, there's one running emulator. So I'll just choose this and I'll just run my code over this. So yeah, it will be running. It's already running. Okay, I'll just okay. okay, close it up, and it will be up and running here. It will show in here running Xcode build. It is launching in my iPhone 11 device, and yeah, it will be running in this. And after that also, I can choose any other emulator or simulator for from this. I have to just open that simulator or emulator to get it up and running. And yeah, till then it will run. I'll just show the project, just a second. It's indexing, and it will open. Okay, yeah, this is showing running Xcode build. So yeah, it will run over here. And apart from this, what is necessary over here is yeah, only these things are necessary. And for this emulator simulator, I'll just open that project. This is the demo project. So we once it will run, it will show up like this. And in emulator also, एक second, just a second, yeah, this will be shown up. See, this will come whenever you will run this applications on iPhone 11 and your whatever emulator you have. So I have already kept it running, just because it take a lot of time to launch it in the first time. So yeah, I guess it's running on your this simulator. Yeah, Xcode build done. So yeah, it has been launched on your iPhone 11. So, and for the simulator, the same thing will happen. I'll just, okay, so this is the emulator, this is the simulator. What is happening is that this is your basic app bar, and then we have this text over here and this floating action button. This debug is your debug banner, so we'll be having it just because we are working in your debugger mode. This is your app bar, your text, and yeah, once I'll click on this, it's just increment this counter, which is this, and here also it will do the same. So since I have just run it in both the applications, and after I'll do the yeah, there's one more thing, which is your hot reload and hot restart. So I'll explain it in later videos. I'll not explain it here as of now. When I'll explain this theme data and when I'll explain this whole code, so I'll explain what is hot reload and hot restart. We'll see it over there. And then we have one stateless and stateful widgets also. So I'll be explaining that too. Yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you like the session and will appreciate it. Stay tuned for next sessions. Thank you.